Well, this is just your weekly reminder that we post every Tuesday at 5 p.m. on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube for the full visuals. You can now follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Nothing But Controversy. You could also go follow our new YouTube channel called NBC Clips. We post some of our best content there in like shorter clips. And if you want a link to all of our social media platforms, just go to the link in our bio on our Instagram page for that.
This is Nothing But Controversy. Four guys on a podcast and we're talking about sports. Four guys on a podcast and we're talking about sports. Nothing But Controversy with Matt, Dawson, Cam, and Shaner.
What a great intro song.
Yeah, I was going to say, we just want to say a quick shout out to Group Project. It's our buddies from Montreal, and they have a great band going. They have a couple hit songs, and they decided to be nice and help us make our intro song. So thank you for that. It's super catchy, four guys on a podcast
talking about sports.
Are you kidding?
Shaner.
Anyways,
Absolute
shout out
banger.
Group Project. Thank you, guys. And with that being said, what's up, guys? And welcome to episode 17 of the Nothing But Controversy podcast. We've done 16 of these now.
Crazy.
This is crazy. We are officially 157 days away from the start of the 2021
God damn.
NFL regular season. And before we start, I know we didn't really talk about this, but I just figured I'd bring it up. We got to talk about this national championship game going on today. I know this is going to be posted tomorrow, but Shaner and I have Gonzaga, Shaner has Baylor, and we're living in the same apartment for those who don't know. So we're just going to be yelling at each other all night, and I'm excited. Basically, the prize for whoever wins is who gets to make Cam wear
Who gets
what
to
they
play
want.
dress up with Cam, basically.
Yeah. We started this out. We made our brackets, and we said fourth place has to wear memorabilia of the favorite team of the first place team. So at this point, it's like if Shane wins, I'm not even that mad because I'm gonna have to see Cam wear New York Giants stuff, which is hilarious since he's an Eagles fan. But I also want to see him wear Alabama gear. So it's kind of mixed motions for me. But listen, Jalen Suggs, you saved my life. Dawson, I'd just like you to roll the clip of me watching that live right now.
Kispert, 8 seconds to go. Juzang, floater, short. He got his own rebound and scored with 3.3.
Shoot that shit.
Gonzaga for the win.
Oh! Are you kidding me? Oh my god, what a shot! What a shot! Holy fuck! Holy shit! Oh! Oh my god! Oh! Yeah, that was crazy. Did not expect that to happen. I was full on expecting me to just film myself taking an L, and that happened. That was a special moment. Jalen Suggs, what an unbelievable play.
I'd also like to give myself a quick pat on the back for locking in second place, even though Illinois lost in the second round. I think, not for nothing. Locked in second place, I will absolutely take it.
Yeah, listen, we're just playing not to be last here.
Absolutely.
So Cam, that's brutal. Now you're just gonna have to wait and see whose stuff you just for shits. Whose stuff would you rather wear?
If you think I'm gonna say the Giants here, out of here.
All right, so you'd rather wear some Alabama gear?
Oh, man.
Alabama is
Roll
a
Tide.
very, 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 and I can't say very enough here, close second. I absolutely hate everything about Alabama, including the fact that they sleep with their cousins. But besides the point, I'm not looking forward to reading anything
At least, yeah.
related to either of these teams.
Not a lie told, but at least they're pretty damn good at winning football games. Just let me tell
That
you.
and at least Alabama's colors are close to OU. Like Giants and Eagles, it's fucking opposites. Like they'll know he's wearing Giants gear. Oh man.
If I win, I want to hear Cam say "Roll Tide" at least 2 times.
I would not personally, and I'm not saying it. No.
Okay.
Roll Tide and who dat?
Yeah.
Who day?
Oh man.
Oh man.
All right, well, let's go to our first segment, the segment we start every week with. That's our question of the week. Once again, for the third week in a row, we decided to do two. Our first question is, now that free agency is pretty much done, who is the best signing and worst signing of the 2021 NFL free agency class, I guess?
Yeah.
I'll go first. I guess we'll go around with our best, and then we'll go around with our worst. To start with my best, shout out Shaner, Kenny Golladay. That's my number one for sure. To me, he was probably the best receiver available out of the free agents. And the Giants needed pretty much, I mean, they need a lot of stuff. But the one thing they needed was a true number one guy to throw the ball to, and they got it. Like, this guy is for real. The only reason why people don't know about him is because he plays in Detroit. But now that he's going to be in New York, there's going to be a huge light on him, and maybe he'll make Daniel Jones look good. So yeah, there's that's my number one. That's the best free agent signing of 2021 for me.
What I like to hear.
I like that one. I like it. Big shout out to Kenny Golladay and the Giants. I like that signing a lot. For me, I went like really based on value fit. Like I really kind of jumbled all of that. And that's John Johnson to the Browns. 3 years, $33 million. Really like exactly the price point I expected him to sign at. I don't think they overpaid for him really. If you look at, the other safeties in the league making that money, I think it was a really, really good signing. If you look at compared to the Jags, they signed Rayshon Jenkins, and his AAV is like $9 million. And in my opinion, like they're not in the same league at all. And the fact that they're getting paid like $2 million, obviously, in the grand scheme of things, is a lot of money. But in NFL contracts, like a $2 million difference AAV isn't huge. And I think the difference between that is huge. So I think the Browns, obviously the Jags overpaid a bit, but no, I think the Browns got a really good price on him. And then obviously John Johnson put up really, really good numbers on the best defense in the league. So that always, adds something. So I think he'll bring, a lot to the Browns defense, the Browns secondary.
I like that. I love both. I'm going to go with a little bit off the board. I'm going to go with the team that re-signed a guy, and that's the Bucs re-signing Shaq Barrett. I think that was huge for them. Yeah. He's obviously a major part of that defense. They put a lot of emphasis on trying to keep him, and they got that deal done. I love it. Little honorable mention to the Eagles signing Anthony Harris. They didn't do a lot. They lost a lot of guys, but I think that's a good signing, and hopefully he balls out and they can re-sign him after next year. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little shout out.
All right. I appreciate the Kenny Golladay love once again, fellas. I was going to actually put Kenny Golladay, but I didn't want to be biased. So I went with Yannick Ngakoue in Vegas. 2-year, $26 million deal, which comes out to $13 million a year. And I think it was last year or 2 years ago, he was asking for like $19 million. So you got him for 13 instead of 19. And I'm not going to say it's not their fault for trading Khalil Mack, because it fully is. But ever since they traded him, they've been trying to get a guy who can get sacks consistently throughout games. And he's never had a season where he's had less than 8 sacks. So he comes in opposite Max Crosby. Obviously, Clelin Ferrell hasn't really worked out too much, but he showed some flashes last year. So maybe the three of them can be a little three-headed rotation for Vegas in the future.
I like that.
Yeah. A lot of different ones there. But we'll go to our worst free agency signing. Dawson, do you want to go first? Because I know you said you were very passionate. I can go, but
I am passionate about it. I'll let you go. All
right.
I just hope it's not the same as mine.
I feel like I'm forgetting someone, but to me, I thought it was obvious. It's Andy Dalton to the Bears. Like, I just thought that was just not a great signing. First of all, I don't know, the Bears quarterback situation is an absolute shit show right now. To me, Andy Dalton's like not a big upgrade. Maybe it's not an upgrade.
He's not an upgrade.
Like,
and if you look at what the Bills paid for Trubisky, it doesn't make sense.
Well, it's not even that. It's like they have Nick Foles too, right? Like,
yeah, but if you're looking at like who has not the most value but the most upside of the 3 quarterbacks, Trubisky probably has the most upside because he's the youngest.
Yeah,
and he's somehow making
terrible last year. Like when he came back in after getting benched, he played great. I thought he played fine.
Not to mention,
let's not act like there was no issues between him and Matt Nagy and that offense. Like, no, okay,
I'm not saying.
Yeah, okay, he
I'm
came
not
in
saying
and
that
played
at
a
all.
couple good games, but the consistency was nowhere near what they needed to be. And I agree that Buffalo got Trubisky on a really team friendly deal. Obviously, he's coming in to be a backup, no doubt.
Yeah.
But there was no way he was staying in Chicago. There was no way that they were keeping him. No chance.
I'm not arguing with that. What I'm saying is that Dalton getting signed there just
Yeah, let's not
Like,
act
it's
like
like
Andy
you're doing
Dalton.
nothing.
was
Yeah,
Like,
fucking
no.
Mr.
I'm not
Consistency.
saying Andy Dalton was the right
No.
move. I completely agree with you, but I'm just saying if we think like there was any way that Trubisky was staying in Chicago, we're just wrong. There's no way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree. All right, I'm gonna go, and like Matt said, I'm fairly passionate about this one. Okay, and when I looked at this guy's contract, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, kinda. And then I looked at his stats, and I looked at who he's getting paid more than. Okay, Nelson Aguilar, making 2 years, $22 million. Okay, making $11 million a year. Okay, Nelson Aguilar has never had more than 900 yards receiving. He's never been a 1,000-yard receiver. He's never had more than 70 catches in a season. I think his top is like 67 catches or something like that. Okay, I'm going to read you guys a list of people currently making less money than Nelson Aguilar, and tell me if there's anyone on this list that Nelson Aguilar is better than. Tyler Boyd, no. Will Fuller, no. Tyler Lockett, no. T.Y. Hilton, no. Juju, no. Julian Edelman, no. Marvin Jones, no.
Mm,
Robbie Anderson,
mm.
no. Devontae Parker, no.
Tyler
None
Lockett.
of them are better.
Wait. Didn't Tyler Lockett just sign a huge extension?
But for like his
Yeah,
cost this year is less than
All
yeah
right, fair enough.
effective. But like, come on, for a guy who's never had a 1,000-yard season, never had more than 67 catches. Like, I obviously he came in and he was a deep threat last year on the Raiders, but like, I don't know, like that's a lot of money for a guy that's never been that great. And if you look at like the cost of these receivers that I just mentioned, a lot of which just resigned, like Fuller, Ty, all those, like I think that like that can't be like no chance that was a good no chance that's a good contract. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But
The only thing I gotta say to that is like you're gonna overpay in free agency. It's not like Aguilar's shit. Like he's not. Like he's good. Like
To me, that's me telling Aguilar that he's their guy, that they're gonna ride with him and be the number one receiver. I'm not saying it's right.
yeah,
But the way they're paying him right now, that's them looking at him and saying you're our number one guy going forward.
right.
What
Again,
free
and
agency-
I'm not saying if you look at the guy who's the guys who signed this year for less, like Will Fuller. Why couldn't they offer Will Fuller $11 million? Like it's New England. It's not like it's a storied franchise. It's Bill Belichick. Like, why couldn't you offer Marvin Jones that much? Or like I don't get why they offered Nelson Aguilar.
we can't sit here and say that they didn't offer them that.
No, I know. I get that, but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But I didn't like it at all. I find they overpaid big time.
I think the Patriots had a real issue with the receiver, like especially not like looking to kill Harry. Nothing. They signed Philip Dorsett a couple years ago. He didn't really do much. Marquise Lee opted out or whatever happened to him. So they've had issues. I think Aguilar's at least going to come in and be somewhat consistent. I think he'll fit well in that offense. But I do agree. Like I'm happy he's not with the Eagles making $11 million a year. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go with Shaquille Griffin. I love that guy, but for him to be making almost $14 million a year to go to Jacksonville, I don't like it. I know it's a 3-year contract, and Jacksonville is obviously in a spot that they had to pay a guy big money, but I don't really see the value there. Another guy, Matt, I'm sorry about this, but Trey Hendrickson getting $15 million a year, I think that's a big reach by Cincinnati. He had a great year last year, don't get me wrong, but we've seen the numbers. Like a lot of stuff came out about it being like free sacks almost, where he goes unblocked. I think he had like 5 of those. So
I agree.
yeah, I hope it works out for him in Cincinnati, but I think that's a big overpay, and I think
agree completely.
4 years.
I agree completely, Cam. Don't worry about me.
I had Trey Hendrickson also. Before last year, he had 6.5 sacks in 3 years. So he has 20 career sacks, and you just get in 4 years he has 20 career sacks, and you just gave him $15 million for the next 4 years.
That's wild.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's playing alongside Cam Jordan anymore.
That's what I was gonna say.
Who
Like
else?
Cam
They
Jordan
cut Geno
definitely.
Atkins.
Like
Yeah.
they brought him in to be their guy. Like
Yeah.
Shaq Lawson's gone too.
Shaq Lawson left. To me,
Geno
that's not an
Atkins-
upgrade. He's not an upgrade over Shaq Lawson.
No. They lost Carlos Dunlap last year. Like we'll see.
I don't know how much Shaq Lawson's making, but I don't think it's $15 million.
No.
All right. Well, there's no use getting mad about it. Vaughn, I said we had 2 questions. We'll go to the second one. And on Saturday, the first trailer for the Space Jam: A New Legacy came out, starring LeBron James. And there's obviously going to be discussions on like which one's better, LeBron or Jordan, which movie's going to be better. We're not going to get into that. What we're going to get into is like a different kind of idea where we said, if they made a football version of Space Jam, who would you want as a star and who would you want as the villains? I'll start. We all kind of took it in like different ways, but like I feel like Brady has to be the star. Like he's the GOAT. He's the guy, you know? If you wanted to make it a modern version, I guess you could put like Patrick Mahomes. But I don't know. I would put Brady as the villains. I kind of made like I put like a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense too. I put Peyton Manning as the QB on the villain team. I just feel like Peyton Manning would just be perfect for that. I don't know why. Julio Jones and Calvin Johnson as the receivers.
Yeah.
2 absolute monsters. Derrick Henry as a running back, an absolute monster.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob Gronkowski is the tight end, an absolute monster.
Yeah.
That's a team you don't want to go against, you know? I threw that out there and I was like, oh, Dawson's like, oh, I'm doing defense. Like, you know what? Just like to throw in some defense. I said I'm going to put Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt on the D-line, and I'll put the Legion of Boom as the defense.
I like that.
Because that's a defense you just did not want to go against. They were super hard-hitting, a crazy good defense. So I feel like that'd be a good team for Tom Brady and the Looney Tunes to take down.
I like that. So I kind of went with the modern version, like you said. My superstar, my superhero is Pat Mahomes. I think, like, I was thinking, like, oh, Lamar Jackson, that. And then, like, I've seen Lamar Jackson do interviews, and I'm like, there's no way this guy can do a full movie. Like, there's no way he can speak a full movie. Like, so I have Patrick Mahomes in there. He speaks well. Like, he's a good guy, you know, hero persona.
Sounds like Kermit the Frog.
What's that? Yeah, Kermit
Like
the Frog.
Kermit the Frog.
And then on my defense, so I didn't do receivers and stuff like that. Who is Pat Mahomes and Bugs Bunny going up against on defense? Who are they lining up against? Okay, and like Matt, on my D-line, I have Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt, 2 just mean-looking motherfuckers, just like mess up the Tasmanian devil, all that. At DB, I have Jalen Ramsey. He's just like his whole career, he's kind of taken on this like bad guy persona, this villain persona, which I love. Like, and he would just be sick in the movie. At safety, I have Cam Chancellor, like Matt, Legion of Boom, but I just narrowed in on Cam. I don't know. He's just
Hardest
mean.
hitter
I
ever.
think of mean
Yeah.
and scary. Yeah, absolutely. And then at middle linebacker, we got Vontaze Burfict, just coming in to absolutely step on fingers and, you know, deliver dirty shots and things like that. He's gonna be the one that sends Pat Mahomes out and puts the backup QB in, and then Pat Mahomes comes in and saves the day. Vontaze Burfict is just gonna be that dirty guy that does all the dirty work for the Monstars. So that is my squad and the defense.
Before Cam goes, I just want to say, I feel like any team with the Looney Tunes would just be unfair. You just put the Roadrunner at running back, and he's going to score like 60 touchdowns a game.
Absolutely. Until Cam Chancellor takes out its fucking knees.
All right, Dawson's a bit of a hater, but I actually did go with Lamar Jackson.
Oh,
I think he would just have like that cool character, you know, he's like flashy and stuff. I do think he would need a little bit of like a voice coach or an acting coach, because he definitely comes off a little like goofy, you know. But I would like to see him as like a superstar thing. I also figured you'd say Patty Mahomes, so I want to be a little bit different. I have Vontaze Burfict on my D-line, on my defense. I have Aaron Donald there as well with Khalil Mack, Jalen Ramsey
Mack.
also. And then to I know you'll love this one. my main guy on D is gonna be Darius Leonard. He's gonna be like
Ooh,
head in the villain squad. Try to keep
I
it
like
all
that.
like modern guys, the younger
I
guys.
like it.
Except Vontae's perfect. But that guy is
Also, can't you just picture Belichick being the coach of the Monstars, just like hood up, not talking to anyone, fucking yelling at whoever if they mess up? Oh,
actually
man,
I actually had Bill O'Brien in mind more.
Oh God. You think Bill O'Brien could build that squad? No chance.
I don't think you could build any squad.
Bill O'Brien
No,
would pick Andy Dalton as a starting quarterback for the Monstars.
Oh man.
All right. I went with Deshaun Watson, and the Monstars are just the Houston Texans. That's all it is. It's just his team, and he just needs to get out of there.
Oh fuck,
He's
that's
the
good.
front office of the Houston Texans for the Monstars.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that cut this segment shorter than I thought.
Bill O'Brien leads the team.
I like it. I kind of like it.
That does it.
Next segment.
Yeah. Let's move on to our second segment, the segment we do every week. That's our bold prediction of the week. So this week, Eric Stahl makes his Montreal Canadian debut. My bold prediction is that he will score a hat trick this week for the Habs.
Wow.
They play 4 games. Let's see it happen.
Okay. Shout out to Eric Stahl.
He is playing between Drouin and Anderson, so.
Well, that's definitely doable.
Okay. On Wednesday, April 7th, the New Orleans Pelicans play the Brooklyn Nets. I have New Orleans beating the Nets and Zion scoring over 30. That is my bold prediction of the week. Shout out to Zion. He's really coming around on me. I'm starting to think this guy is going to be a star.
I think he already is one.
Well,
Yeah, but like a superstar.
after a tough Habs loss on Saturday night to the Sens, they need to bounce back this week. They're going to sweep the Jets, go 2-0 against them. I think they're playing Thursday and Saturday, or Tuesday and Saturday. I don't know what it is, but they're going to sweep them. Hellebuck. The Habs have an answer for him. I have a feeling. They're going to drop 15 goals in those 2 games.
Jeez.
That's not part of it, though. I'm just kidding. They're going to win both games.
Okay. I like it.
All right. The trade deadline is next Monday. I'm saying after the trade deadline, either Philip Deneau or Thomas Tatar will no longer be a Hab.
Okay.
They can't re-sign both of them, so might as well get something for one of them.
Who would you rather they trade?
Tatar.
Really?
Yeah. You could get a lot more for Tatar than you can
Okay.
for Deneau, I think.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like, it depends. It depends what, like, now that they got Stahl, like, they can make Deneau available because they have that other center. So, I don't know. That's why I was going to say just Tatar, but then I thought about Stahl coming in. So, they could technically trade Deneau.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
Definitely bold.
Definitely.
All right. Let's move on to our next segment. And that's a segment we debuted a couple of weeks ago. And it's a little segment we like to call Trade Center. So for those who don't know, Trade Center was just a segment we came up with to come up with like mock trades if like rumors started coming around or whatever. But next Monday, before we get to film again, is actually the trade deadline in the NHL. So we decided to pick one player to make a trade for, and that's a guy who's had a bunch of rumors.
We have a trade.
We have a trade.
Sam Darnold to the Carolina Panthers
Whoa.
for a 6th, a 2nd, and a 4th.
That's a very random order you read the draft picks.
It's because the 2nd and the 4th are in 2022. The 6th is
Oh,
this year.
shit. Wow. Zach Wilson time in New York, ladies and gentlemen. God
Teddy
damn.
Bridgewater and Sam Darnold. We got a little QB comp there.
All right. Let's go on to Trade Center. Speaking of trades.
Jeez,
let's go
perfect,
into this.
perfect time to announce that trade, I guess.
Perfect segue. Perfect segue.
That's
Shane, I have a bit of concerns of how much you're on your phone if you pick that up right away, but we'll talk about that after
Yeah,
in HR.
but it's fine.
Uh-huh. All
I'm
right.
basically Adam Schefter. I had to tweet it for him, you know?
That's true.
It's true.
Adam Shaner. All right. Who are we trading this week,
Yeah.
Matt?
So there's been a lot of rumors that Taylor Hall is going to get traded from the Buffalo Sabres. And I would just like to propose my trade. It's going to get traded to the Boston Bruins. Boston Bruins have a lot of cap space.
They do.
And I saw a mock trade saying that they were going to trade Anders Bjork, a first and a fifth, for Taylor Hall. I think that's an overpay. But it's I mean, you're going to have to overpay to get a guy at the deadline to try to make a cup run. So, listen, if I'm Buffalo, I would take that. Taylor Hall has not been producing. Anders Bjork is a guy who's up and coming. I would see it happen. That's my proposed trade.
I would take that if I was New Jersey, Buffalo.
I would take that and run if I was Buffalo.
Yeah. I don't think there's a doubt about that. I don't think Taylor Hall is going to re-sign wherever he gets traded to, though. I think he's going to make – well, we'll see. We'll see what happens after, like, wherever he goes and then how he produces. But he might get some big money on the market in the summer.
All right. I have Taylor Hall going back to the team that drafted him, the Edmonton Oilers. I have the Oilers sending a first, a fourth, and James Neal to the Sabres for Taylor Hall, who retained 25% of his salary, and a fifth. That's my trade.
It's a very complex trade.
It is I put a lot of thought into this one.
Honestly, I think it's a win-win for both squads.
That's a good trade then.
Yeah.
I like
I like it. Salary retention, not going to be an issue for Buffalo at all. Like, it's a one-year deal. They won't care. He obviously needs to get out of there. He's going to bring them back some decent value. I like that trade.
Remember when James Neal was fucking good?
Disgusting, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's only
really
had
good.
1 year in his career where he hasn't scored 20 goals.
That's wild.
Except for,
That was,
like, last year. I don't think he scored 20. I think he scored 19 because the season was cut short.
But yeah, that is my trade, and I'm glad you like it because the last time we did this, you guys didn't like my trade. So
I went with a team that I'm really liking this year, kind of out of nowhere. Taylor Hall's going to be traded to the Florida Panthers. I think he'd play really well alongside Huberdeau or Barkov. It helped the power play a little bit. And also, Florida just signed a goalie. Buffalo needs goaltending. So I'm going to say Dreger or Spencer Knight. Obviously, they don't want to get rid of trade Spencer Knight this early, right after signing his ELC. I don't think he would be the guy to go. But let's say Dreger on a second, just for straight up for Taylor Hall.
If I'm Buffalo and Florida and I call Florida, no, I said that wrong. If I'm Florida and Buffalo calls and says I want Spencer Knight, that would be the fastest phone call hang up anybody would ever have. There's no way you can get Spencer Knight for Taylor Hall.
So I said Dreger.
But the trade you brought up,
Dreger.
Dreger and Dreger is a good trade. Yeah, I like it.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know who that other goalie is, so I'm just going to say yes.
I did not know who he was either. I'm not even. I don't think any of us did before the season started. But he came in, played pretty well. He's been all right for Florida, and Buffalo's goaltending has been lackluster to say the least. So,
listen, if Buffalo can get a decent goaltender in any trade, I think it's a good one for them.
All right. Honestly, my first option was to send him back to Edmonton. But then I remembered Edmonton's prospects. And to me, anytime that Buffalo does not get a defenseman in this trade, they made a mistake. Because their D-core is horrible. So, Ken Holland's not dumb enough to trade either Evan Bouchard or Philip Broberg. So I'm sending Taylor Hall to Colorado.
Ooh.
For their second-round pick and defensive prospect Connor Timmins. A right-shot defenseman. He's going to be a top-4 guy. I didn't put in a first-rounder because I think any team that gives a first-rounder for Hall is an overpay this year just the way he's playing. Unless it's just a first-rounder. Like, if you just give up a first-rounder for Hall, then that's fine. But giving a prospect and a first-rounder, I think, is a huge overpayment the way he's been playing this year. And I know he's in Buffalo, but he's still playing with Jack Eichel.
Yeah.
I also don't know this prospect, so I am also just going to say yes.
Thank you.
I'm running with it. Like Darlene has not looked like what they thought he would be or what anyone thought he would be. I don't think Ristolainen's all right. Like I mean, he's a solid guy for sure, but they definitely need another guy. So I'm taking that 100%.
I saw something that it was like Darlene is gonna go down as the worst first overall pick in this decade, and it wouldn't surprise me.
He had so much hype too. I was like very excited to see
Well,
this
he
guy.
played at what 16 in the World Juniors, 16,
Yeah. I
17.
think he
Yeah.
played like 3 years at the World Juniors.
Yeah, and he was good too. Like he
put
looked
on a
good
show.
this season, but yeah, no, definitely hasn't lived up to it.
Who was the two? It was Fetch, right?
Svechnikov went too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Kotkaniemi went
yeah,
3.
Kotkaniemi and then Brady Kachuk.
Yeah.
Dude, Kachuk's so freaking good, man. He's so good. Anyways, that was
It's
it.
like, yeah, but for these trades, it's tough because like almost everything in these situations, like the Deshaun one we did a few weeks ago, like you kind of have to say yes. Like we're not bringing garbage trades to the table. Like you gotta say yes. So I
Yeah,
liked all the trades you guys brought.
Like, but I feel like we all had pretty good. If I was Buffalo, I don't know if I would give up a first and Anders Bjork, but I feel like they still would. Like it's still definitely a possibility.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, we can't do this segment like Shaner on the sticks. You know, this guy's like, how can we get Jonathan Huberdeau? Offers like offers a first and a second, first and a third. Just keeps getting rejected. All right, we're not getting Huberdeau.
But
All right, the GM doesn't want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
Block my number.
Anyways, that was it for Trade Center. Let's move on to a segment that we've done a lot, but we haven't done for a couple of weeks now. That's This or That. So, like a couple of past times, we decided to post polls on our Instagram story so you guys could play This or That with us.
I would just like to say before you continue, you guys came out in numbers. This was great interaction on these. We got a lot of you guys voting on this, so thank you guys for that.
Yeah. This week we got 4. It's all NHL players, and it's just, I don't know. Who would you rather? Who's the better player? It's kind of the same deal, right? So yeah, first one, Leon Draisaitl or Austin Matthews. Leon Draisaitl got 30% of the votes, while Austin Matthews got 70% of the votes. Not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be closer, but it is what it is. Anyways, you guys have your papers ready? Because I'm ready. All right.
Oh, we're doing papers? I thought we were. Oh, I don't have my papers.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just say it, I guess.
All right, Austin Matthews.
Yeah. Okay, I have Matthews.
Yeah, I didn't write it on a paper either, but yeah, I have Austin Matthews as well.
All right, so all 4 of us have Austin Matthews, and all I gotta say is, honestly, pretty much all 4 of these were like almost a toss-up, almost. But like this one, it's just I see Leon Draisaitl as a better playmaker. I see Austin Matthews as a better scorer, but I see Austin Matthews as a better defender, and that's where it like went over the edge for me, and it was kind of a no-brainer. Actually. You know, like Leon Draisaitl is very good, but I think Austin Matthews is better, and I'd rather him on my team right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you get the same effect as being like the second wide receiver on a team with like Julio or something like that as you do like in the NHL. But there's obviously some benefit to playing with Connor McDavid in terms of, you know, the matchups you face and things like that. So obviously if Austin Matthews played with Connor McDavid, he'd probably score 85 goals a year. So I have Austin Matthews, but again, not taking anything away from Draisaitl. Austin Matthews is an generational goal scorer, and I think he's very exciting to watch. Not that Leon isn't, but I would just take Austin Matthews if I was starting a team fresh with one of them.
Yeah, no, I like Draisaitl a lot. I didn't have to think about this one too much. I mean, like Austin Matthews is the leader of this next wave of goal scorers that we're seeing in the NHL. So you can't pass up 50 goals a year consistently, no matter what. Like Draisaitl's done that as well, but there's no Austin Matthews is gonna do it every single year, almost. Like barring injury or something crazy, he's gonna get you 50 goals. So didn't have to think.
I'd just like to say Shane has been like, I think he's very opinionated on this question because he's been nodding and shaking his head this whole time.
yeah, okay. Austin Matthews has far surpassed anybody as the second best hockey player in the NHL right now. It's not even close. Him and McDavid are so far ahead of everybody else. It's crazy. So to me, it wasn't even a debate. It's not close. Like Draisaitl, yeah, he's a good player. He's top 5 in the NHL, but there's such a big distance of McDavid, Matthews, and then whoever you want to put 3, 4, 5. Also, another thing I'm going to say that people are going to get very upset about is the distance between McDavid and Matthews is not as far as people think it is. McDavid's electric. McDavid's a way more electric player. Don't get me wrong. But Matthews is better, way better defensively. And his career faceoff percentage as a center, keep in mind they're both centers, first-line centers in the National Hockey League, his career faceoff percentage is 7% higher than McDavid's is. I don't think you guys realize how high 7% is.
Like almost 10.
Thanks, Dawson. But it's not like McDavid, yeah, he's more flashy, but Matthews he's the better goal scorer. It's not close. McDavid's just he's quicker, he's more electric. But what Matthews brings to your team is not that far from what McDavid brings to his team.
Yeah, I thought Shane looked excited before. Matt was summoning demons with those looks.
I'm saying McDavid is still better than him. McDavid is fully still better than him. But Matt is not as far as everybody says it is.
I disagree.
I could see that.
Let's hear it then.
I don't have a lot to say. McDavid is just so much better than everyone else. Like, I how many times am I gonna have to come on this freaking podcast and say it? Like,
he's more electric. That's what I'm saying. But watch them both play hockey. If Matthews,
it's not like I don't.
No, like you could put their tapes next to each other and they could do the exact same thing. It's that Matthews isn't as fast, and he's not as creative, I guess.
Okay.
Matt, what do you think about him saying Austin Matthews is the bona fide number 2 and no one's close?
I can't really argue with it. I mean, at the start of the year, I would have said it was Nathan McKinnon, but he hasn't had a great year.
Yeah.
Austin Matthews is playing out of his mind right now. But
Okay.
I think it's like 1, 2, and 3. We got a big gap between one and anyone. That's all I gotta say. Connor McJesus. He's a god. He's literally a god.
For me, it's like Austin Matthews' mustache is gross. That's all it is for me. Like they could be the exact same hockey player, and Austin Matthews' mustache sucks. So I would just put Connor.
He also plays for Toronto.
Yeah.
He also plays for
Montreal. It hurts. It hurts that they have one of the best players in the NHL. And yeah, I agree. Number 2 and number 3 is not close to him. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say about that, I guess.
The only thing that I could say is it's exciting for hockey because one's Canadian and one's American. So, you know, when they play against each other, both countries, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, let's move on to our second little comparison here. And the question was Mikko Rantanen or Jonathan Huberdeau. Mikko Rantanen getting 42% of the votes while Huberdeau getting 58. Maybe this is bias. I had Huberdeau.
Yeah.
All right, so we got you had all right. So all four of us had Huberdeau, so we're riding with the public. I don't know. You kind of said it. Like I feel like Mikko Rantanen has like I'm not taking anything away from him, but I feel like he also has benefited from playing on a line with unbelievable talent.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jonathan Huberdeau does play with Barkov, but like Barkov's no Nathan McKinnon. Like, let's be real. I don't know. Jonathan Huberdeau, I have him on the first line of Team Canada with McKinnon and McDavid. Not saying he's the third best player on that team, but I just see him being there. I see him making the team for sure. I've always liked Huberdeau. But yeah, it wasn't really close for me. But Mikko Rantanen's really good. I've always liked him too, actually.
Yeah, I really don't have anything valuable to add, so I'm not going to speak. I'm going to pass the mic to Cam.
I like Huberdeau's playmaking ability. Like he's that flashy guy, you know. And he's helping Florida a lot right now. I feel like Mikko Rantanen's top 5 in goals, I believe. I think he's 4th in the league right now. I could be wrong, but he's definitely up there. He's putting pucks in the back of the net. So I like them both. This one was probably the biggest toss-up of the four for me. I feel like they're very similar in value, but I'm going with Huberdeau.
Yeah, I went Huberdeau also. And it's pretty simple. Jonathan Huberdeau did not play in Florida. A lot more people would know how good he is. No one really watches Florida because no one gives a shit about Florida. So, like, I don't think it's that close, this one either. Like, nothing to take away from Rantanen, but Huberdeau's just more, like, he's more fun to watch too as a fan. And I think, like we've seen Rantanen off of McKinnon's line, and he can't drive the offense the way that Huberdeau does.
And not for nothing, Florida just moved into first place overall in the league.
Shout out to Florida. I care about you, even though Shane said people don't.
No one cares about them.
I do.
One thing I'm going to say, though, is I'm pissed you guys changed your logo because I love that old Florida Panthers logo. They changed it. I think it looks so much worse than the old one. I like their uniforms, like the colorway. I like how that changed, but I don't like how the logo changed.
Speaking of terrible logos, I saw this the other day. The Milwaukee Brewers probably have the worst logo in sports. It's a glove with a baseball in it. And it's awful colors. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Okay. We'll go to our third one. And it's Artemi Panarin or David Pastrnak. Panarin getting 37% of the votes. Pastrnak getting 63%. We all know where Cam's going with this one.
Maybe I'll surprise you guys.
All I got to say is I'm riding with the public. David Pastrnak. Oh.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Cam
Cam
and Dawson both went with Pasta, and Shaner went with Panarin. I don't have much to say. I think they're both really, really good, but I've just always loved Pastrnak, and I think he's an unbelievable talent. Not saying that Panarin isn't, but Pastrnak putting pucks in the net, I don't know, it does something to me. It gets me going.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Again, not much value to add in my comment here, but great goal scorer. Does play for the Bruins, so that does take some away, but Panarin also plays for the Rangers, and it's fuck the Rangers. So, but Pastrnak, he wore cool sunglasses during the outdoor game this year, and I appreciate that. And you can score goals, so that's why I picked you.
Okay, so
Cameron.
I lied when I said this was like the last one was the biggest toss-up. This one was definitely the biggest.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This one was definitely the biggest toss-up for me. I don't like you for making me have to choose between both. Look, I think
I'm
Pastrnak.
shocked you didn't take Panarin.
Look, I love Pastrnak. He has great ability. He has all the talent in the world. I do think he benefits from playing with. I think that Marchand Bergeron Pasta line is arguably the best in the NHL. So he's definitely benefiting from the chemistry that they have. But at the end of the day, like he is a superstar. Panarin's playmaking ability, though, almost second to none. This was really hard for me. I don't know. I just think I value what Pastrnak brings to the table. He's again a really good power play guy too. You can't go wrong with that. So hard choice. There's just too much to say about both of them and why I love both of them. But I'm gonna go with Pasta.
This one was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's super close. I don't remember. What'd you say the vote was? What was the fan vote or whatever?
37-63 Pastrnak.
It's a lot closer than that. The reason I took Panarin, though, is because I think he makes – not to say Pastrnak doesn't make his teammates better, but I think Panarin makes his teammates better than Pastrnak makes his teammates. I don't know if that makes sense.
I agree with that
It
completely.
makes perfect sense.
So and I would like – you're in the NHL. Everybody can score in the NHL. I think it's harder to be a playmaker in the NHL and be like an elite playmaker than just some guy. Like Pasternak's shot, don't get me wrong, he scores a lot of goals by himself because of his shot, but there's also a lot of guys that can go to the net with their stick down like Brendan Gallagher does and score 30 goals every year. There's not a lot of guys that can get the puck to their tape for them to put it in the back of the net like Panarin does.
Fair enough. Let's move on to our last one. We got a couple of defensemen here. Got Alex Petrangelo and John Carlson. Petrangelo getting 36% of the votes, while John Carlson got 64. And this is the only one where I faded the public, and I went with Petrangelo.
Okay, thank God.
Shane. Okay, so everyone else went with John Carlson. This was the hardest one for me, but I don't know. To me, like, I think they're both talented offensively and defensively. To me, it just came down to size and the fact that I love playing with Petrangelo in the NHL.
I mean, John Carlson's initials are JC, Jesus Christ. So I had to pick him. When you don't have that much hockey knowledge, you break it down to the smallest things, like the glasses he wore or his initials. So I'm gonna let Cam and Shane take the floor as to why I chose him. But yeah, John Carlson.
I like Petrangelo a lot, though. Like, again, it's hard to choose between, like, all these, like, picks were kind of tough because they're all, like, elite players in the NHL. But I like what John Carlson does. He's offensively, he's always been at least in the top 5, if not the top 3 among offensive defensemen since he came into the league. And he'll shut you down in his own end. He's great on the power play. He honestly could. I feel like he could almost play forward in this league. So I've watched him since he was in the World Juniors. He lit it up like insane, and then he's been a foundational piece for Washington. Obviously, a big part of their cup run. So I like it. I like Carlson a lot more. But hat off to Petrangelo. He's a good guy.
Nice guy.
This one kind of connects with like what I said before, Matthews, McDavid. Both of them are going to be their number 1 defenseman for their country, the States and Canada. So, I mean, that's also exciting. But to me, it just came down to John Carlson is in the Norris conversation every single year. Like, yeah, Petrangelo's like top 5 or whatever, but Carlson's always a finalist. Like, he's always one of the first guys people think about. And to me, he's the second best defenseman in the NHL right now, behind Victor Hedman. It hurts to have to ride by an American when there's a Canadian on the board here, but I have to choose him. To me, it's a lot closer than people give Petrangelo credit for, though.
Yeah, I'm not mad that you guys picked Carlson, though. That's for sure. But anyways, that does it for this or that. Stay tuned and look out for our Instagram stories for the next time we do this or that. You could vote on our polls, and you could be a deciding factor on where the public fades.
Absolutely.
But anyways, let's move on to our next segment, and it's Shaner's favorite segment, and that's Change Your Name. All right, so for this week's Change Your Name, we decided to go with another football team. That's the Las Vegas Raiders. The reason I wanted to do the Raiders is because I always thought the Raiders just, like, was a part of Oakland, you know? Like, when they moved to Vegas, I would have rather them change their name. That's why Las Vegas. I'd rather you change your name from the Raiders. My name, I'm actually going to kind of do, like, with the NHL, or I'm going to change it to just Vegas. Not have, I don't know, I like how they call it, like, the Vegas Golden Knights, not the Las Vegas Golden Knights. So I'm doing the Vegas Royalty. That's the team. I feel like could get, like, a crown going or something as the logo. But, yeah, let's change your name to that.
I can't say I like it. I'm not going to lie. And
All right.
I'm in no position to talk because my name sucks too. And my name is the Las Vegas Degenerates. Okay, I've been to Vegas. I went to Vegas September 2019. And let me tell you, it's full of them. There's a lot of, like, you wouldn't believe just walking through any random casino how many people are losing thousands, tens of thousands, $50,000 on hands of fucking blackjack and shit. It's bad. So yeah, the Las Vegas Degenerates is my team name.
I'll be shocked at the day we have an NFL team called the Degenerates, but I'll leave the obvious for the people listening at home. I went with a little Vegas tie-in, a little casino tie-in as well. The Las Vegas Aces. Didn't really want to change the Raiders name, to be honest, but I feel like Aces is fitting. So simple.
Is that the WNBA team? Aren't they named that?
There is a couple of pro sports teams called the Aces, I believe.
No, but I think there's in the WNBA. There's the Las Vegas Aces. I could be
I think
completely
so too.
wrong. I could be completely. Well, now you know it's a good name, Cam.
Fair enough. I
Las
mean,
Vegas.
the only Aces team name I know is some random youth football team in Montreal with purple uniforms.
The Las Vegas Aces are an American professional basketball team based in Las Vegas Metropolitan Arena. The
That's
Aces
terrible.
compete in the Western Conference of the Women's National Basketball Association and play their home games at the Michelob Ultra Arena in Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. Their head coach is Bill Lambier.
Okay.
And they have one retired jersey number 25.
Well, thanks for
Thanks. All right. I don't see why we had to change their name. This is the stupidest thing ever. It doesn't make sense why we had to do this.
You can't say this every single time.
I
Every
don't
single
want to say it
time.
because we didn't have to change it. It's not like they have a bad name. Like the Browns is stupid, but I don't see how the Raiders is a bad enough name to have to change it.
It's because, like Matt said, he associates it with Oakland. They should change it. The Oakland Raiders. Like, all right.
So you
Shane?
associated with Oakland, but weren't they the Los Angeles Raiders at their start?
Shane, we're already here. You might as
So I
well
just
play.
wanna- you can't associate something with someone that they didn't even start
right.
there.
All right.
Don't tell me what to do.
Anyways, okay, so I'm not doing this segment because you can't tell me what to do.
Oh my
on
god.
Based on Matt's
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's keep a
anyways.
tracker now. This is two segments that Shane has completely cheated in.
what was the last one?
Well, the Space Jam one.
Oh, I didn't cheat.
Okay. Carry on. Let's hear
This
it.
one, okay, I named them the Las Vegas Gamblers.
I like it. I don't know if I call them the degenerates, so I can't speak, but
I was thinking of like a gambling like name. The only like thing that would came across my mind was like the Vegas Blackjacks. Maybe that's better.
the Vegas Royal Flush.
Okay. But anyways, let's move on to our next segment, and it's kind of becoming everyone's favorite segment here. Shane
That's
absolutely
awesome.
dominates it, and it's called NBC Trivia.
I would just like to, before Matt introduces anyone, this is my lock of the week. I'm getting my first win today. I'm getting my first win. I did homework. I trained this week. I looked up sports trivia questions. I trained myself. I had cue cards. I'm ready.
Interesting.
if you lose after admitting all that,
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
you have to
I
retire.
was gonna say, you should have said that after you.
Yeah.
Like,
And you do the editing, so I don't want you to edit it halfway through because you left.
Okay.
well, my name is Matthew Fraser Campbell, and I am your host of NBC Trivia. I would just like to welcome back the reigning and defending champion, Mr. Shane O'Donnell. Now a 4-time winner. 4 out of 5 times we've done this, he's won.
I hear
now,
that, and it makes me cringe.
which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But like every week, we got 3 NFL questions, 3 NHL questions, and 3 NBA questions in that order, with a tiebreaker question if necessary. To start it off, we're going to start with NFL. And it's just 3 questions about college, about NFL players and where they went to college. So first one, fairly easy. Where did Peyton Manning play college football? Here's your scoreboard. It's nice and homemade here.
I don't really know how to spell, so
Hold up.
That means you probably got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 ends, 2
3,
F's.
Hold up.
2,
I'm just trying to get. Wait. I'm just trying to get my marker up. Okay.
2 ends,
3,
2
2, 1, go. All right, so I've got Tennessee.
can't see that.
I can't
Yeah.
see it. Okay,
There you go.
10. All right.
Yeah.
I've got Tennessee.
Like the
from
number
all-
10, right?
Peyton Manning, in fact, played at the University of Tennessee. Next question. Where did Jay Cutler go to college?
know this.
How do you know this, Shane?
Don't worry about how I know it. Just know it's right.
Because he's like the most popular player to come out of that
Facts.
college.
He's the only. No, I know 2. I know another guy that goes. Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Cam has Montana State, Shane had Vanderbilt, and Dawson had Miami.
Ohio.
Ohio. Miami,
Shane.
Ohio. And
Mac
the
Shane.
correct answer is, in fact, Vanderbilt.
Okay, but like Shane, like.
That studying's really helping you, eh, Dawson?
Oh, sorry, I didn't think to look up where did Jay Cutler go to college.
Where did Michael Vick go to college?
Oh, come on. Really? Dawson, you don't know this?
No.
Oh my
Know
god.
this.
If I hadn't watched the Michael Vick 30 for 30 like 10 times, I maybe wouldn't know this, but
3, 2, 1, go. Shane and Cam both had Virginia Tech. Dawson had Georgia Tech. The correct answer is Virginia Tech.
fun fact, he almost went to Syracuse
Wow.
because Donovan McNabb.
As Dawson was very confident, he has fallen to an early deficit. After round 1, Shaner has 3, Cam has 2, Dawson has 1. Let's move on. NHL. Trivia questions. Who was the first player to score a full-strength, shorthanded, penalty shot, and open net goal all in the same game?
I don't know if he's the first, but I'm pretty sure he's done this before.
3, 2, 1, lift. So Dawson had Wayne Gretzky, Shane had Mario Lemieux, and Cam had Gordie Howe. The route is on. Lemieux is the correct answer. I feel like Shane came into my room while I was showering and looked at all the answers. All right. Okay, Dawson does not look happy right now.
Dawson is very upset at the moment.
Dawson, you have to make a miraculous comeback. Who was the first player to score 700 goals? Three, two, one. Lift them up. Shaner had Gordie Howe.
Okay, you can't read this. Mine says Maurice Richard, but it's probably wrong.
Dawson had Maurice Richard, and Cam had Wayne Gretzky.
I guess Gordy
Correct
went
answer
to
is Gordie Howe. Shaner, we're doing all 9 of these questions just because I want to see if you get them all right.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
Because boys, I can almost say that it's almost over, boys. This is crazy. 5 for 5. All right, last question in the NHL. Who has the
Drop a
third?
comment if you think Shane's cheating.
Who has the third most Stanley Cups won? We did second the first time. Now we're doing the third.
Team or
Team. Which team has the third most Stanley Cups?
I think this is where I lose it.
2, 1, go. Dawson has the Bruins. Shaner has Detroit.
Cam, the Leafs have the second most.
Cam,
Oh, it
you're
is
the only
Detroit,
one
man.
who got it right.
It's
you're the
100%
only one who said
It's 100% Detroit. I know that for a fact.
Correct answer
13 and 11. Yeah.
is Detroit. And after 2 rounds, the countdown to a perfect game is officially on.
okay, well you just jinxed it, so
Yeah, you did.
Shaner has 6. Cam has 2, and Dawson has 1.
Bro, I am.
At least I knew that one and was just confused.
I would just like to announce, before we even get into NBA, we have an official winner. Congratulations to Shane. Shane could sit out the next 3 questions. He would still win,
I dare you to do it.
which is crazy. But all right, NBA round. Kyrie Irving was born in what country? 3, 2, 1. Australia, Australia, and Australia. The correct answer is Australia. Next question. My phone turned off. Next question. Dominique Wilkins was born in what country? Three, two, one. Lift them up. Shane said Nigeria. Cam said France. Dawson said Croatia. The correct answer is France.
There it
French
is.
team.
Congratulations, Shane. You made it through 8.
No, I got it wrong.
I know.
Oh,
Like you made it to 8. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'd be surprised if any of you guys got this one. So
Before we go ahead with this, I just want to say it's the end of March Madness, and you didn't go with the college theme for the basketball players.
I guess.
Little disappointed. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
Little disappointed.
It's okay. Last question. Who was the first NBA player to win NBA Finals MVP despite being on the losing team? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
Larry Bird from Dawson. LeBron James from Cam. No, sir. And nothing from Shaner. The correct answer was Jerry West. That does it. Shaner, now a 2-time champion. I mean, 2-time defending champion.
Congratulations, Shane. You deserve it.
Thank you.
That was we might have to get rid of this segment because
I know deep down Dawson's my biggest fan.
I promise you, I'm not.
oh man, that
You know what's the worst part? This segment was my idea. And you know what also is the worst part? Other than this week, I do well every week. And it doesn't matter how well I do. Shane just does one question better.
like you had your chance to win last week and
Yeah,
you
I know.
blew it.
Yeah,
Also, the first week we went to a tiebreaker also.
we did. And I went to a tiebreaker with Cam. Or no, he
No, you
won on
did
the last
not.
question
No,
or
you
something.
did not. I won that outright. Don't
Okay,
try
on
to
the
strip my
On the,
title.
on the last question, sorry. I'm not stripping shit. Okay,
Yeah.
carry on.
All right, Dawson. You're not the only one who hasn't won the NBC Trivia Challenge. Like I haven't won it either, so you don't have to feel too bad about yourself.
I'm going to be demoted to host soon. Oh,
Anyways, let's go to a segment that we debuted last week, and it's called Guess Who? For those who watched last week, this week we're going to do it a little bit differently. I came in with one name last week, and we figured that was too short. So what we're going to do this week is every single one of us have chosen one athlete, and one by one, we'll play the game with our athlete. So everyone could play the game against everyone. I'll start. Shane, since you won, you go first. Then we'll go with Dawson and then Cam.
Like I start with a question or I start with my player?
Start with a question. I'll go with my player first.
Male.
Yes.
football player.
Yes.
My voice cracked.
Voice just cracked out.
Football player.
NFL player.
Yes.
NFC.
Yes.
Currently playing.
Yes.
NFC East.
Okay, like no, but like, okay, yeah, no.
Does he currently play on a team in the NFC East?
No.
Okay.
So he's played in the NFC East before.
No.
So why'd you have to second guess it?
Because like, it's hard to. I'm not gonna say it, but
Okay, go.
well, he just said he
Yeah.
played in the NFC East. No, it's your turn, Dawson.
NFC West. Does he currently play in the NFC West?
Like,
Is it a player?
Hard.
it is because like, okay, like,
Is it a player?
yes, it's a player.
Okay. So why are these questions confusing you?
It's just Because he's a free agent.
Oh,
I think I know who it is.
so he doesn't play in the NFC.
Yeah, I guess not.
I think I know who it is. It's fun.
Okay. Does he play offense?
No.
Does he play special teams?
Fuck, I don't know. No.
No. Is he like a known special teamer?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Is he a safety?
No.
Is he a linebacker?
No.
Is he a corner?
Yeah.
We're in the 20s.
I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm lost.
So he's a corner whose number is in the 20s, you think.
Should we just stop?
No, absolutely not. Is it Richard Sherman?
Yes.
Let's go.
That was a good one. Quick
That was a
thinking.
very good one.
Yeah, that's why, because he was in the NFC West, but like
Yeah.
technically right now he's not.
Okay.
But why'd you have to
That's the
think about
same
it when I
as
said
when-
NFC East?
NFC East.
Well, no, because you said NFC, and then like right when it popped in my head, I was like, "Okay, well, like I don't even know like what to say if they say it, you know."
All right, I got mine. First of all, I won something, so let's go.
Congratulations.
Second of all, start guessing. Matt, you start.
Is it a male?
It is. Cam.
Yes.
Okay. Basketball player.
No.
Hockey.
No.
Football?
Yes.
Defense.
This one's tough. What's that?
Defense.
No.
Current player.
No.
Is he a quarterback? Was he a
No.
quarterback? No.
No.
Has he
Ask
retired
away,
in the last
gentlemen.
5 years?
I believe so. Yes,
Said he was offense, right?
I did. That's not your question, but
No. Is he a receiver?
no.
I have a name in my head, and I feel like
Take your chance.
I don't
Take a
want to
shot,
guess.
buddy. Take a shot.
Is it LaDainian Tomlinson?
It's not.
Fuck, I
You
thought
are
were gonna say it
frozen.
was.
Bro, I thought he was gonna say it is. That was crazy.
You are frozen, Matthew. You cannot speak.
Right.
NFC. Did we guess NFC or AFC?
So sorry, just to confirm, he retired 6 years ago. We did not confirm NFC or AFC. No.
NFC.
No.
At the time of retirement, or did he stay with the same team? I guess that's two questions. Sorry.
That is two questions.
Okay, I'll take that question. Did he stay with the same team his whole career?
He played his entire career with the same team. Yes. Matt,
In-
you're frozen, so it's
I know.
back to Cam
in the AFC.
in the AFC.
Okay. Did he play in the AFC South?
No.
Interesting.
I feel like I already asked this. Is he a receiver? Did I ask that?
No, you did already ask it, so I'll let you ask another.
AFC West?
No.
Bro.
AFC North.
No.
All right.
So he's in the AFC East. It's been established.
Offensive player, and he retired 6 years ago. He played for the same-
Correct. Not a quarterback or receiver.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, is he a running back?
No.
Is he a lineman?
He is, but you can make that face, but he's a lineman we all know.
For sure. Okay.
Oh, I think I know who it is.
You definitely know who it is, and you're laughing, and I know you know who it is.
I know who it is. I know who it is so much. Oh man. Okay.
I say someone take a shot.
There's got to be like a time
The
limit.
Brickashaw Ferguson.
Correct!
Do it.
There you go.
All right, Cam,
Bro,
let's
that
hear it.
not even like it didn't even pop in my. I had nothing. I didn't even have.
Right when he said Lyman.
All right.
Cam. Shane, start us off.
All right. NBA.
No.
Is it a male?
Yeah.
NHL.
Yeah.
Well, boys, good luck from here.
Canadian team.
No.
Canadian player?
No.
Currently playing.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So he's a non-Canadian on a non-Canadian team.
Rocket Trophy winner.
No.
Is he American?
No.
Is he from the Czech Republic?
No.
Fuck.
Is he a defenseman?
No.
Is he Russian?
Yeah.
Does he have a dirty stash or beard?
Not that I'm aware of. But no.
Wait, he's Russian?
Yes.
Is he a goalie?
Yes.
Fuck.
Is it Vasilevsky?
No. Frozen.
Might have a chance.
I don't know any goalies.
You could have asked who it
Yeah,
was.
you could have guessed it,
Yeah.
Shane.
Yeah, I know, but it's fine.
Who's a Russian goalie?
I didn't think it was gonna be Vasilevsky.
I don't know any Russian goalies. I don't know.
Just ask another question.
Yeah. Pick an American team.
Does he play for the Washington Capitals?
No, he does not.
No, I will give that to you because they have a,
They have
a Russian
goalie,
goalie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. If this is wrong, Matt's
I'm sure you got it. I'm sure you
Look at my boy, the best cop in town, Sergei Bobrovsky. Let's go.
Why you have to be mad? All right.
I'm surprised Dawson got Washington without knowing that they have a Russian goalie.
You know what? I was thinking of funny goalies, and I was gonna go with Brizgalov, but then I figured there was no way anyone was gonna get that guy, so I was like, switch the guys in the.
Evgeny Nabokov.
That guy was nasty.
All right, Shane, let's hear it. I hope it's not another hockey player.
Who's starting?
You. Oh, is it a male?
Yes.
NBA.
Yeah.
They play in the Eastern Conference.
He did not.
Is he currently playing? Oh, wait, he did not.
He did not play in the.
Is he currently playing?
No.
Has he won? Did he win a championship?
Yes.
Was he a point guard?
Yes.
Is he Canadian?
No.
Did he win a Finals MVP?
I think so, but I'll check to make sure.
Was he American?
Yeah.
Did he retire in the last 5
He
years?
did win Finals MVP, and no, he has not retired in the last 5 years.
So older than that.
Older than that, yeah.
Okay.
I really want to make it. Oh, whatever. Did he play for the Lakers?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's
Yeah,
guess?
you could.
You could guess if you want to guess.
Magic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Oh,
guess. That was
great.
gonna be my next guess. Yeah.
Games away.
All right.
Segment, gentlemen.
Good segment. All right. We got 2 segments left. We're gonna move on to everyone's favorite, and that's top 5. If you watched last week, if you listened last week, we discussed our top 5 best jerseys in sports. This week, we're doing ugliest jerseys in sports.
And everyone hated my list last week.
Shout out to Marcus for the idea. I like this one.
Yeah. Figured we kind of had to do it. We got a whole lot of top 5s lined up, so just stay tuned. We're excited about this segment.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start off. Ugliest jerseys. Number 5. I have the Vancouver Canucks black jerseys with the red V and the yellow.
So bad.
Oh,
Those
so
are
bad.
bad. Those are bad. Honorable mention, creamsicle jerseys. They're not my top 5 worst jerseys. Ugliest.
Oh my god.
They're ugly. They're ugly.
Oh my god.
Number 4. The Red Wings reverse retro jerseys.
You mean the Red Wings practice jerseys?
They're so ugly. So bad.
Really?
I felt like Adidas got it so right with those reverse retros on so many teams, and they were just so bad. Number 3. What's up?
I don't know. They're not nice uniforms, but I don't know. I wouldn't put them in top 5 ugliest uniforms in all of sports.
So bad, in my opinion.
I think it's not
I hate
ugly.
them,
It's just
though.
like
I
wasted
absolutely-
potential.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. Yeah.
Number
They're-
3. I have the Montreal Canadiens striped pajama CAC
I like those.
jerseys.
I
Those
like
aren't
those.
bad.
Those
They're
are
bad,
ugly.
yeah.
I like those ones.
Those are ugly. They look like pajamas. They're ugly. Number
Fine with
two.
pajamas.
Number two on a hockey rink. I'll prefer to wear an actual uniform.
Okay.
Number
Respect.
2, the Pittsburgh Steelers Bumblebee uniforms.
Those are sick.
How are they sick? They're so ugly. What do you mean?
They're classic.
I hate those. Absolutely hate
So
those.
gross.
Okay.
Number 1, the
No.
Green Bay Packers throwbacks. Like
If that's not number one, spoiler, if that's not number one on everyone's list, you're off the podcast. You are off the pod.
the brown helmets are just disgusting.
They have a circle with the number in it.
Oh, it's
Ugh.
so bad. It's so bad.
So bad.
So bad.
Yeah. Great list, Matt, except for the honorable mention. Number
Thanks,
5.
bro. Thanks, bro.
I'm gonna get some hate for this. The Seahawks full lime, full neon. I don't like it. It's
I'm
too
right
much.
there with you.
You know,
I agree.
you know when we were 13 and 14 and we were obsessed with lime green and like all that? Like it looks like a 13-year-old Matthew Campbell designed the Seahawks jerseys. Number 4, I also have the Vancouver. I put it down as Vancouver Canuck throwbacks downward arrows, which is exactly what Matt was talking about, I think.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the Eagles throwbacks from like the 20s, the baby blue and yellow ones.
From the
I don't know
30s.
if you guys have ever
yeah,
seen those.
terrible.
Those are pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Number 2 makes a very good case for number 1. First of all, I would just like to preface this by shout out to all my colorblind people. If you don't remember, in 2016, when the Jags debuted their color rush jerseys against I forget who, and they showed what it would look like with someone who's colorblind, and it looked like the same team was playing against each other.
No, it was the Jets and
That was
Bills.
Jets and Bills.
Jets
Oh,
and
was
Bills.
it?
Green and red. It was
Yeah.
full green.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, that has nothing to do with that. Still shout out to my colorblind people, but the 2016 Jags color rush are disgusting. The puke yellow brown with the ugly half brown, half black helmets, they're awful. And then number 1, as it should be on everyone's list, the Green Bay Packers throwbacks. Those are horrible. Horrible.
Awful.
I think we had 4 out of 5 together there. At 5, I have the Eagles yellow and blue. They're only not higher up because I'm an Eagles fan, but I really hate those jerseys. I used to take them in Madden though, just like for shits, but terrible. At 4, I have the Jags yellow color rush. They
Awful.
look like puke, honestly.
Yeah.
Don't know why they'd wear those. Plus, their helmets had like the like black to
The
gold.
ombre effect or whatever it is, or gradient.
Terrible.
Awful.
At 3, I have the Packers. Those throwback jerseys. I found worse ones, and I don't know if you guys have seen these, or if you guys have seen these in full. At number 2, Michigan State football, green on green. So what they have is like their regular green jersey. They have in lime green state in huge font letters written across here, and in that same lime green color that takes up the whole top half of their jersey, lime green pants. I absolutely horrible.
Ew.
So yeah, those are at 2 for me, and at number 1, I have the Canucks black.
Those are bad.
They are by far the worst jerseys I've ever seen. As soon as I saw Marcus's comment, I thought of these jerseys right away. I don't know why, but
Also,
couldn't ignore that. So that's
honorable mentions, very special honorable mention. I researched this when I was like looking at this. These are horrible.
yeah.
For everyone at home, I'm showing like some Pittsburgh Pirates alternate that just has like a big ugly pirate on the front of it on a red jersey. It's awful, but I've never seen that jersey like in play, so I didn't put it, but very bad.
All right. I didn't really have any that were the same as you guys, to be honest. At 5, I have the New York Knicks City Edition, the black ones. Those are practice jerseys. Those literally look like practice jerseys. That's all I have to say. They just look like practice jerseys. 4, the Miami Heat City Edition, like the pink and blue.
Those are pretty ugly.
Not a fan.
No, me
I
neither.
hate when they
love
wear
them on that court though. I find it looks sick. I don't know why.
You talking
I
about
don't
the
know.
Miami Vice? Like,
No. Miami Vice is sick. It's the ones they wear this year.
It's
Like the pink and blue. Like
Yeah.
it looks like a 12-year-old team. Like
It's
I'm
nice.
gonna say the Miami Vice ones are
Miami
dope.
Vice are sick.
Yeah.
I thought of that the other day. I regretted not putting it on my top 5.
At 3, it's making a comeback this week. The creamsicles are on the list.
That's disgusting. Like you can. Okay,
How do you
carry
not
on.
care?
Carry on.
They are horrible.
Carry
I
on.
get the whole like throwback and everything. They're classic.
Shane, I don't care. I don't care about your
Terrible.
explanation.
Terrible.
I don't care.
Terrible.
At
I'm with
two,
you, Dawson.
Thank you.
at two, I actually researched this today to find jerseys. It's the Broncos 1960 throwback
All those.
uniforms.
Those are bad too.
These are horrible. These are terrible.
Yeah, those are bad.
That
Why would you wear
nothing
this?
like the Broncos?
If I walked into the locker room and they told me I was wearing this, I would pull a Vontae Davis and I would retire at halftime. At one, as it should be, like Dawson said, those Green Bay Packers uniforms. Those are horrible, and it's not close.
I don't think there's ever going to be a uniform that I look at that's just not as that's just as bad as those Green Bay uniforms.
So, Shane, just very quickly, you're telling me, in the grand scheme of things, that the creamsicles are uglier than this.
Yes.
I don't know
stand
how you
by
can
it.
win trivia because clearly there's something wrong in your head that you. Okay.
It's fine. I just know the stats. I don't know the
All
jersey
right. Carry on.
I
details.
don't know how you guys like the Habs pajamas. Those
No,
are
they're not. They're not nice, but
I
they're
like
not
them.
top 5
so
ugliest.
bad. They're so bad. They're so bad.
All right.
They don't come close to cracking the top 5 for me. There's just way too many like horrible uniforms.
Mhm.
You guys gotta see these Michigan State ones. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
I'll pop it up on the screen, but
Yeah.
sound ugly.
All right, well, let's move on to our last segment of the week, and that's our lock of the week in terms of betting. This week, it's kind of becoming a theme this season where the Oilers just put down a beat down on the Ottawa Senators. So I got the Oilers taking it to the Sens on Wednesday. Money line.
I am very excited, surprisingly, that baseball is back. The Blue Jays have a disgusting lineup this year. I'm very happy with that. And with that said, not necessarily something you can get a line on, but I have Mr. Vladdy homering this week. He's going to homer this week. Once, maybe twice. That is my lock of the week, of Vladdy homer.
I feel like we've been going kind of easy, so I went with a little bit more of a toss-up.
We've been going easy? I picked the Buffalo Sabres to win as my lock last week.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I've been taking the easier ones. That was a hard one. I respect it. I also once took Jake Evans to score a goal, so we're kind of on the same page. That being said, I'm going with Vegas over the Blues on Wednesday. Lock it up. Also, I just want to show you guys this.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, those are horrible.
Why is State so big?
See,
Which state?
I remember seeing them live back when they like premiered them. Pretty sure they lost as well by a
I would
lot.
hope so.
So
I would lose on purpose.
I mean, Michigan State's not really good, so I don't think they can afford to lose on purpose.
That's true.
All right, we're going back to baseball. Thursday, April 8th, Blue Jays over the Angels.
Fuck Mike Trout.
Why?
I'm just joking.
Yeah, he is. He's a freaking sweetheart, and he's like the GOAT.
And he's very good at Topgolf.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. That
crazy.
swing was
Avoid that.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was bad. All right, well that does it for episode 17
God damn.
of the Nothing But Controversy podcast. Just a quick reminder, we post every Tuesday at 5 p.m. on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and if you'd like to see the full video, full of our visuals, the papers we throw up, the games we
Shane.
play, the visuals, like the intro song, whatever we got, go to YouTube at Nothing But Controversy and give us a like, give us a subscribe, comment, interact with us. We love it. If you ever have any ideas for segments or ideas to talk about stuff, let us know in the comments below. My name is Matthew Fraser Campbell, and I'd like to wish you a wonderful week. Take care.
Subscribe and Shane will give you a kiss.